mean, the first thing starts with what you really want to do. It all depends. So, I mean, all good business schools offer all kinds of majors, but usually every school has its particular domain where they're like really strong. So if you want to go to a finance school, you got to look for finance school. If you want to go to a marketing school or a supply chain school, then you look for that. So in my case, I wanted to be focused in marketing and analytics. So I was looking at one of the best marketing schools in the US, and Kelly was definitely one of them. So that is criteria number one in terms of what you want to do in your career. The second was culture and lifestyle fit. So like once you start doing research on different schools, when you start talking to people, you find out like, all right, is this kind of like what's the environment like? Is it really cutthroat, very individual driven, or is it a very collaborative culture? What's the class size? I personally wanted to be in a school where the class size was relatively small, so that what happens there is usually students are kind of like more tightly knit. You you form like and they kind of help you out, whereas in like bigger schools with bigger class sizes, what happens is you kind of get lost in the crowd. And I've also talking to some international students who were studying at some of the bigger schools, right? They found that experience to be very alienating, because you suddenly move to a different country and you have to hit the ground running, and that can be intimidating for a lot of people. So you want to be in a place where you feel comfortable, you have all the resources that you need to be able to succeed. And so that's another place where Kelly kind of yeah, satisfied that criteria. And then the third thing was the finances, because there's lots of it's definitely a big financial commitment to go and pursue an MBA in the US. So you have tuition, you have rent, you have your living expenses. You go on like career treks on different conferences, so that requires quite a bit of money and financial planning. So that also comes into the picture.